Hello everyone, this is Septemtrion and I'm half of the team that made this level. And no, I did not come up with the name Team Foxgirl. That was my partner. And it can be divided into like 3 parts basically as per the title, which is Speed, Strongholds, and Windy Koopa. There's actually only one stronghold, but I think it gets the point across. So this is a Toad level because Toad's the quickest character, and one of the major things I had to figure out is how to go fast in SMBX. And, well, first, choose Toad because he runs the quickest. Second, I actually have a lot of experience with things moving around in SMBX, and there are some limitations I had to overcome. The snippet thing is, well, the entire snippet section was my creation because my partner disappeared for the last part of the project. Pretty simply, it's just fast-moving snippets you ride on. There's not too much gameplay possibility. You lose momentum when you jump off the snippet, unlike layers in certain circumstances, which is very, very, very weird. But it's SMBX. You have to just figure out its rules sometimes. And as you see, the secret place is readily visible, and it's kind of obvious, but it's... And oh yeah, I made the coins go fast. It's pretty much one of the most obvious secrets, but then you forget about because everything's moving so fast. Yeah, the ninjas are just there to be the key to the secret. Have nothing to do with speed. So the pipes are a part of this joke that I don't know why he has such difficulty dodging those fireballs, but pipes are part of the joke is that they are not connected to any land masses, so how could they possibly... That was stupid. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You just don't do that. Okay, so orange pipe is just there for variety. Because I have multiple colored pipes, and yeah, here's the mystery. Not sure if anyone's gonna remember that by the time the joke comes to fruition, and the Hammer Brother is too slow to get you that one time, but you see him as funny. And you have to pay close attention to him to not get hit, which. Well, that's why there's multiple. You're allowed multiple mistakes. The bottom one is pretty possible to survive, but you basically have to jump a bit sooner than that and keep your eyes on the screen. And this part is a new part. Basically, all the decoration was done by my partner. The ropes, the clouds, the ropes and them disappearing even. That was triggered by partner. We worked together a lot on this, so it's pretty fuzzy to say where my work began and his ended, or vice versa. And this ship took a few tries, but you can see those comings. It's not too hard to deal with. And they can only basically kill you, like how Raocow did just die right then and there. It's like there's not that many opportunities, and there's plenty of time to dodge. And tend not to like it when people just put one-ups. Probably should have just had only one-up there, because that's actually a pretty easy secret to comprehend. And yeah, there's a couple fast moving sniffers you have to dodge, but that isn't that hard to do at all. And oh yeah, the cutoff. Yeah, that's because Z layers are confusing, and that's the way I handled the pipe compatibility with the shaky ground originally before I just made the ground straight. And so I think when one of the tricks I used was that speed is relative, basically, and made some of the ships slow down after you got off them. Though I'm not entirely sure I did that. Pretty sure I did that. It's been so long since, and I can't check. I don't even have SMBX installed, which is why I'm doing the commentary on this video. I would have done it myself, but I don't have it installed. Too much work, and I have college going. And here's one of the best parts. I was the one who made the pipe lift off and go fast, but my partner made it into this race. And those backgrounds are, of course, if you haven't figured it out, are moving down. Because yes, speed is relative, so yes, I just revealed one of my secrets. And the race is over. Yeah, there's probably a lot to explain on how that went mechanically, but it all can be figured out, I think. And here's the fortress part. Most of this was done by my partner, and there's dragon coins. I didn't think dragon coins were a requirement. There was also another section which I decided to cut out entirely, made by my partner. It was an incomplete lava spin jump section with, I think, something chasing you. I couldn't figure out how to turn it into anything useful or innovative. And here we see Bomb Bros. So the Bomb Bros apparently sometimes cause the game to glitch, and also they're not that hard of an enemy, other than the whole suiciding option. Those bombs don't kill you unless they explode, so they're pretty easy to take on. But originally I planned to have a bunch of different types of bros. Like, one of my ideas was a bling bro who throws money and then occasionally dangerous stuff. But I never got around to doing that. Don't know why. Yeah, I think I wanted to have an entire second exit based on the bling bros. And yes, money along with danger. And don't know why this section seems to... Okay, yes, because hammer bros or bomb bros aren't dangerous directly, I had to put them in with those tile blocks, those spinny tile blocks, which basically are just grayscale now. That's the only difference. That way they look better in the fortress setting. And I don't know why Raocat was so panicky about this. Can run under thwomps all the time. Look how high that one was. And this guy is a bit dangerous. You might notice the cement block because it's possible to accidentally ruin yourself. So yes, Bomb Bros, they eventually suicide. There wasn't much I could do about that. Try to make the bombs faster, but it still sometimes happen. And wow, I did not remember the fortress going on for this long. And I think I actually cut it down quite a bit. Do you know I did a bunch of editing to make it flow better. And the single saw blade in the entire level. I tend not to like that kind of decision. Well, that coin was excited. Yes, I try not to have single enemies unless they're a boss, and that saw blade counts as one. And just ignore the bombs and run forward. You can just do that. And the ghosts, don't remember putting the ghosts in. I think I may have just left them in from the original level. They don't matter that much. They only get you if you're not paying attention. And Tanuki, I love Tanuki. It's my favorite power up to give. And here's a boss. Pretty sure he does not glitch the entire game out like the Bomb Bros do. But of course he's a lot harder to take out. There's a specific ratio for the types of stuff he shoots, which is completely random. And it's an element of randomness, but there's tactics that work regardless of the RNG. And the glitch, I'm not entirely sure if it is the bomb speeding off that is making this glitch, but probably is. But I don't understand the game that well, because sometimes things fly off and don't crash the game. Maybe it's just a bomb. And the way I typically do this section is hanging out on the leftmost solid part and drilling a hole right by that. That way the majority of friction balls will not be able to reach me. Then they just fall down the hole I create. And you don't even need to nuke for that. You just need to get big. And you might notice that the bomb may lead to Wart's suicide, but I've tested it, Wart's suicide out on God mode, and typically takes more than 15 minutes of surviving this for Wart to fully suicide. Not at all reliable, although I'm sure that's a tactic. There's quite a few tactics that work, and I saw the friction balls zoom off. That never seemed to make the game crash for me. So I think I only had it crash for the Bomb Bros once, and I couldn't even figure out how to reproduce it at the time. And I don't know why he's hanging out underneath, especially when he doesn't have Tanuki. Yeah, I greatly prefer the left because of the friction balls and making them all fall down in my self-dug hole. You really only need to take out 2 layers. I forget how many across for an effective defense. And I think this is not the end. So that's basically 3 tactics I know about so far. I think it usually takes 6 hits to hit him. But sometimes you can get in double hits. I'm not entirely sure how damage works. And here's elevator. This part is pretty weird. Those are normal turn blocks, but because they are moving the way they are, when you spin jump, you only take out 1 because of movement or something. It was originally 3 deep, but when I discovered that, I decided might as well just have it 1 deep, because the player does have opportunity to create danger for himself, but not as much as I originally intended. And yes, I don't think turn blocks were ever meant to be put on layers, because they'll just return back to wherever the rest of the layer is. Becomes effective and then a visible blocks that's still connected to the layer. And here's a windy joke. Life comes in 3 parts, and one of those parts is windy, which of course means marriage. So I had a blob replace the blob with windy. That way she would move slowly down the aisle in some sort of fashion that wasn't just layer movement. And I considered replacing Toad with the Cow graphic, but I don't ship that, so I didn't do that option. However funny it may have been. And that's the level. Now that I'm done talking about specific parts, I did use Lunadale L in this, of course, for the replacement. It's all very simple Lunadale L. I would probably ask for help if I could have, but I don't see it making that big of a difference other than having possibly a second midway point, which probably would have needed to make the level bigger anyways if I was going to do that. I did score a bit better than I expected. I honestly expected around the 80s. But the first part of the contest showed that there was a lot less quality than I expected overall from the levels, and it was a very slow quality climb, and I constantly had to revise my guesses to where I was. I knew I was going to end up in the second half from the beginning of the contest, but then I had to move it down quite a bit. And around the 80s, I was expecting my level to just show up anytime, possibly even the 90s too, because of the mistake with the cutoff. I did enjoy working on a team, and I think it probably improved my shortcomings. Like, I probably might have come up with some better way to do Bomb Bros or Bros in general if I still had my partner, and he made things look good a bit. I still have plenty of ideas though, and I'll make them as I'm allowed to, but I still don't like the whole naming gimmick that Horiko's come up with, because I have plenty of ideas of my own.